Chapter 1. The Iron Gates of the Sanctuary. The evening has arrived, and with it, a soft, persistent rain that seems to have no beginning and no end. You find yourself standing at the edge of a vast, ancient estate, far away from the lights and the frantic energy of any city. In front of you stand the iron gates of the sanctuary, two massive, ornate structures of blackened metal, intricately forged into the shapes of vines, leaves, and sleeping flowers. As you reach out to touch the cold iron, a low, resonant hum vibrates through your fingertips, a signal that you are being welcomed into a place where time is measured only by the growth of a leaf or the opening of a petal. The rain is a gentle presence, a cool mist that clings to your hair and clothes, but it doesn't feel intrusive. Instead, it feels like an invitation to wash away the weight of the day. You push the gates open, and they move with a surprising, silent grace, swinging wide to reveal a path of crushed silver gravel. As you take your first steps, listen to the rhythmic crunch beneath your feet. It is a grounding sound, a steady beat that echoes the slow thumping of your heart. With every step, the world you left behind, the phones, the screens, the deadlines, and the noise, fades into a gray blur, replaced by the deep, vibrant greens of the garden at twilight. To your left and right, giant oaks and weeping willows stand like silent guardians, their branches heavy with the weight of the rain. The smell here is intoxicating. It is the scent of petrichor, the earth's own perfume, released when the water meets the dry soil. It smells of moss, of ancient bark, and of the hidden life that stirs beneath the surface. You breathe it in deeply, filling your lungs with the purest air you have ever tasted. With each exhale, imagine you are releasing a little more of your tension, letting it dissolve into the mist. You are moving closer to the center of the garden, where a massive structure of glass and light begins to emerge from the shadows. This is the crystal greenhouse. It is a cathedral of glass, a towering dome that glows with a soft, bioluminescent amber light from within. Even from a distance, you can see the steam rising from its vents, a warm breath exhaled into the cool night air. The contrast is beautiful, the cold, silver rain falling outside, and the promise of tropical warmth and absolute stillness waiting just behind those glass panes. You reach the final turn in the gravel path, and the entrance to the greenhouse stands before you, a set of double doors made of polished brass and thick, crystalline glass. You stop for a moment, letting the rain fall one last time on your face, savoring the coolness before you step into the embrace of the sanctuary. You are ready to leave the storm behind. You are ready to enter the world of eternal spring. Chapter 2. The Glass Dome. As you push open the heavy brass doors, the first thing you notice is not what you see, but what you feel. A wave of soft, humid warmth greets you, wrapping around your body like a damp silk cloth. It is a living warmth, smelling of jasmine, rich earth, and the clean, sweet oxygen produced by 1,000 ancient plants. You step inside, and the doors close behind you with a muffled, airtight thud that instantly silences the world. The transition is absolute. Outside, the rain was a cold, misty presence. Here, you can hear it hitting the glass dome far above your head, but it is a different sound, a rhythmic, percussive drumming that feels protective rather than drenching. You look up, and the sight is breathtaking. The glass dome arches over you like the skeleton of a great celestial whale, its ribs made of white painted iron, holding thousands of glass panes that shimmer with the reflection of the rain. Each drop that hits the glass creates a tiny, temporary star that streaks downward, joining millions of others in a chaotic but beautiful dance. The sound is hypnotic, a constant, white noise symphony that fills every corner of the space. It is the sound of the universe knocking on the door, but being told to wait. Inside this dome, the air is still, the wind is a memory, and you are standing in a pocket of eternal tropical calm. The lighting within the dome is ethereal. There are no harsh lamps here. Instead, large teardrop-shaped glass lanterns hang from the iron rafters on long, delicate chains. They glow with a soft amber light that mimics the warmth of a setting sun. This light filters through the layers of green leaves, creating a landscape of soft shadows and golden highlights. You take a slow, deep breath, and you can almost feel the moisture entering your lungs, hydrating your spirit, and smoothing out the jagged edges of your thoughts. Your skin, which may have felt tight or cold just moments ago, begins to soften and relax in the humid air. You find yourself standing on a path of smooth, dark riverstones, polished by years of mist until they look like black pearls. As you begin to walk, notice how the air feels slightly thicker here, more substantial. It is the air of a jungle, but without the danger. A curated, peaceful wilderness designed for your rest. Every plant you see is a testament to the power of stillness and growth. You are no longer in a building. You are inside a living organism, a glass-encased heart of nature that is beating in time with your own slow, steady pulse. You are safe. You are warm. And the rain on the glass is the only clock you need to follow. Chapter 3. The Path of Giant Ferns. The black stone path leads you deeper into the greenery, where the ferns begin to dominate the landscape. These are not the small plants you might find in a garden. These are ancient, giant tree ferns, their fronds reaching out like the feathered wings of emerald birds. The path narrows, and as you walk, the tips of the ferns brush against your shoulders and arms. The sensation is incredibly soft, a light, feathery touch that feels like a whisper against your skin. The fronds are heavy with dew, and occasionally, a single large drop of water falls from a leaf and splashes silently onto the path or into your hair, a cool blessing in the warm air. As you walk, listen to the layers of sound. Below the constant drumming of the rain on the roof, there is the sound of the mist makers, tiny hidden nozzles that release a fine, invisible spray of water to keep the ferns hydrated. It is a soft, constant hiss, like the sound of a distant waterfall or a long, slow exhale. This sound merges with the drumming above, creating a sonic blanket that covers everything. Your mind, which might have been racing with the events of the day, finds it impossible to focus on anything other than the rhythm of the water. You are becoming a part of the ferns, rooted in the present, swaying gently in the invisible currents of the warm air. The green color here is so deep and vibrant that it almost feels as though you are seeing color for the first time. There are shades of jade, emerald, forest green, and a pale, translucent lime where the amber light hits the newest growth. Notice the patterns on the underside of the leaves, the mathematical perfection of the spores, the delicate veins that carry life to every tip. There is a profound intelligence in this silence, a wisdom that doesn't need words. You realize that these plants have been growing here, slowly and steadily, while the world outside rushed by. They are teaching you how to be still. They are teaching you that growth doesn't require effort. It only requires the right environment and time. You reach a small wooden bridge made of weathered teak that crosses a tiny bubbling stream. You stop in the middle of the bridge and look down. The water is clear and dark, moving slowly over a bed of green moss and smooth pebbles. The sound of the water under the bridge is a delicate cluck-cluck, a liquid music that complements the rain above. You lean your arms on the wooden railing, feeling the solid, grainy texture of the teak. The wood is warm and slightly damp, a grounding force in this world of mist. You are moving deeper and deeper into the sanctuary, and with every step over the bridge, you are leaving behind another piece of your waking life. You are entering the deep green of the night. Chapter 4. The Pond of Floating Lilies. As you step off the teak bridge, the path opens up into a vast circular clearing dominated by a deep, still pond. This is the heart of the waters. The pond is fed by the silent condensation that drips from the glass dome high above, a slow and rhythmic plink, plink, plink that creates perfect, expanding rings on the dark surface of the water. Floating upon this liquid mirror are the Victoria amazonica, giant water lilies with leaves so large and sturdy they look like green, floating thrones. The edges of the leaves are turned upward, creating a clean architectural line that contrasts with the organic chaos of the surrounding jungle. You sit on a low stone ledge at the water's edge. The stone is cool, a gentle contrast to the humid air. As you gaze into the pond, you notice that the water is not black, but a deep, translucent sapphire. Small, golden koi fish swim slowly beneath the lily pads, their movements so fluid and effortless they look like ribbons of silk drifting in a breeze. They don't seem to be going anywhere in particular. They are simply being in the water. Watch them for a moment. Let your mind mimic their movement, slow, graceful, and without any sense of urgency. You don't need to move. You don't need to think. You are simply a witness to the stillness of the water. The air here is thick with the scent of wet stone and the faint, sweet perfume of the night-blooming lilies. These flowers are large, star-shaped, and pure white, glowing like fallen moons against the dark water. Their fragrance is heavy and floral, acting like a gentle sedative for your nervous system. Every breath you take here feels like it's coating your lungs in peace. The sound of the rain on the dome above is muffled by the density of the plants around the pond, creating a room within a room effect. It is a sanctuary of silence within a cathedral of glass. You feel the weight of your own body increasing, the gravity of the stone ledge pulling you down, anchoring you to the earth. You are as steady as the stones, as calm as the lilies, and as deep as the water. Chapter 5. The Orchid Mist. Leaving the pond, the path begins to climb slightly, leading you into a section of the greenhouse draped in a perpetual silver veil. This is the Orchid Mist. Here, the mist makers are more active, creating a fine, cooling fog that hangs in the air like a dream. The mist isn't cold. It's a refreshing, velvet soft vapor that touches your face and arms, leaving a microscopic layer of moisture that feels like a cooling kiss. As you walk through it, the shapes of the plants become blurred and ethereal, turning the greenhouse into a landscape of shadows and light. From the mist emerge the orchids, hundreds of them, clinging to the trunks of ancient tropical trees and hanging from the rafters in baskets of moss. They are every color of a twilight sky: deep purples, pale violets, ghostly whites, and speckled oranges. Their shapes are alien and beautiful, like delicate insects frozen in flight. The scent here is different. It is more complex, a mixture of spicy vanilla, damp bark, and a hint of wild honey. It is an aroma that bypasses the logic of the brain and speaks directly to the soul, whispering that it is safe to dream, safe to let go of the physical world. You find a small, secluded bench made of wrought iron, covered in a thin, custom-fitted cushion of waterproof velvet. You sit back and let the mist swirl around you. In this fog, the boundaries of your body seem to soften. You can no longer see the glass dome or the rain. You can only see the soft glow of the amber lanterns through the silver haze. It feels as though you are floating in a cloud, suspended in a warm, fragrant void. There is no before, and there is no after. There is only the sensation of the mist on your skin and the rhythmic, distant drumming of the rain, which has now become a low, vibrating hum. You are losing yourself in the orchids, becoming a part of the mist, drifting further and further away from the shore of wakefulness. Your eyes are now so heavy that even the soft glow of the lantern seems like a distant star, millions of miles away. Chapter 6. The Tree of Ancient Whispers. Emerging from the silver veil of the orchid mist, you find yourself standing before the majestic heart of the greenhouse, the Tree of Ancient Whispers. This is a colossal banyan tree, its roots dropping from high branches like frozen waterfalls of dark wood. It is so large that its uppermost leaves seem to brush against the very peak of the glass dome. The trunk is a labyrinth of textures, gnarled, twisted, and deeply lined with the wisdom of centuries. As you approach it, you feel a profound sense of respect. This tree is the silent anchor of the sanctuary, a living pillar that has watched the rain fall and the seasons change from behind the safety of the glass for generations. You find a hollow between two massive moss-covered roots that form a natural seat, perfectly sized for your body. As you sit, the wood feels solid and cool, yet strangely welcoming, as if the tree has been waiting for you to find this spot. Lean your head back against the bark and close your eyes for a moment. Listen to the sound of the tree. It is not silent. It has a voice of its own. A low, rhythmic creaking as its massive branches sway, almost imperceptibly, in the rising humidity. This sound is like a slow, deep breath, a reminder that life doesn't need to be fast to be powerful. The tree isn't trying to go anywhere. It is simply being. And in its presence, you find it easier to be as well. The scent here is grounding and earthy. The smell of ancient soil, damp moss, and the faint woody aroma of sap. It is a fragrance that connects you to the earth, making you feel heavy and stable. Imagine the roots of the tree extending deep into the ground beneath you. And imagine your own tension flowing out through your feet and into those roots, being absorbed and neutralized by the earth. You are no longer carrying the weight of your day. The tree is carrying it for you. The drumming of the rain on the dome above is now a distant, soothing vibration, filtered through the thick canopy of leaves. You are tucked away in the strongest embrace in the world, protected by wood, glass, and time. Your breathing is now so slow that it matches the creaking of the branches. You are sinking into the moss, becoming a part of the tree's long, quiet memory. Chapter 7. The Bioluminescent Flowers. As the night deepens, a subtle transformation begins to take place within the greenhouse. The amber lanterns dim slowly, as if they are falling asleep along with the rest of the world. But the sanctuary does not go dark. Instead, it begins to glow with a magical, inner light. This is the hour of the bioluminescent flowers. From the shadows of the ferns and the crevices of the stone paths, small, delicate blooms begin to pulse with a soft, ethereal light. Shades of neon blue, electric violet, and pale, seafoam green. It is as if the stars from the night sky have decided to descend and hide among the leaves. You stand up slowly, your movements fluid and heavy, and walk toward a cluster of small, bell-shaped flowers that are glowing with a steady indigo light. As you bring your hand near them, the light seems to ripple, responding to your presence with a gentle pulsing rhythm. These flowers don't just provide light, they provide a visual lullaby. The way the colors bleed into the surrounding mist is hypnotic, creating a world of soft edges and magical possibilities. You realize that in this place, the rules of the day don't apply. Darkness is not empty. It is full of hidden beauty and quiet energy. The sound of the rain has changed again. It has become a soft, rhythmic hiss as the storm outside begins to tire, turning into a steady, peaceful downpour. This sound, combined with the pulsing lights of the flowers, creates a sensory environment that is perfectly tuned for sleep. Your brain, fascinated by the glowing colors, lets go of its last remaining thoughts. You are no longer analyzing. You are only experiencing. You watch a trail of glowing spores drift slowly through the air, like tiny underwater lanterns. They move with an impossible slowness, rising and falling on the warm currents of the air. You follow one with your eyes until it disappears into the darkness of the dome. You feel a profound sense of surrender. The world of light and noise is gone, replaced by this blue and violet sanctuary. You are ready to close your eyes and let the bioluminescent glow remain as a soft, comforting afterimage in your mind. Chapter 8. The Velvet Moss Bed. Moving away from the glowing blossoms, you find yourself in the softest corner of the sanctuary. Here, the floor is not made of stone or wood, but of a thick, living carpet of velvet moss. It has grown over several low mounds of earth, creating natural, cushioned beds that look as though they were sculpted specifically for rest. The moss is a vibrant, deep forest green, and as you reach down to touch it, it feels cooler than the air. A damp, sponge-like softness that yields perfectly to the pressure of your hand. This is the place where the greenhouse offers its final comfort. You lie down on the largest mound of moss. As you settle your weight, you feel the moss contouring around your spine, supporting your lower back and cradling your neck. It is a sensation of total weightlessness, as if you are being held up by the earth itself. The moss smells of fresh rain and ancient minerals, a scent that acts like a key, unlocking the last door of your consciousness and allowing peace to flood in. Your arms feel heavy, like leaden weights at your sides, and your legs feel long and relaxed. There is no need to move ever again. Every muscle in your body has been given permission to let go, to melt into the green cushion, and to become one with the quiet life of the floor. High above, the rain has slowed to a rhythmic, steady pulse. Each drop that hits the glass dome sends a tiny vibration through the air, a vibration that you can feel in the moss beneath you. It is a low-frequency lullaby, a heartbeat of water and glass. You watch the bioluminescent light from the nearby flowers as it reflects in the dewdrops on the ferns. The world is a blur of blue, green, and silver. You are tucked away in a secret world, hidden from the wind and the cold, wrapped in a blanket of humid air and living velvet. You are sinking, drifting, becoming a part of the mossy earth. Chapter 9. The Song of the Storm. As you lie perfectly still on your bed of moss, the storm outside the glass dome enters its final act. It is no longer a chaotic downpour. It has become a structured musical presence, the song of the storm. You hear a distant, low rumble of thunder, but it doesn't sound like a threat. It sounds like a deep, resonant cello note, vibrating far across the mountains. It is a sound that emphasizes how safe you are inside your glass cathedral. The thunder is the bass, the rain on the glass is the percussion, and the whistling of the wind through the high vents is the melody. Listen to the water as it begins to pool in the gutters of the dome, creating a melodic, gurgling sound as it flows down the iron pipes. This liquid music is hypnotic, a repetitive cycle of falling and flowing that matches the cycle of your own breathing. Inhale the scent of the damp earth. Exhale the last spark of thought. Inhale the warmth of the greenhouse. Exhale the world outside. The storm is doing all the work for you. It is cleansing the air, watering the world, and singing you to sleep. You don't have to do anything but exist. The bioluminescent lights seem to pulse in time with the distant thunder, a synchronized dance of light and sound. You feel a profound sense of gratitude for this shelter. The contrast between the wild, wet energy of the storm and the absolute humid stillness of your mossy bed is the ultimate comfort. Your eyelids are now so heavy that they begin to close of their own accord. You don't fight it. You welcome the darkness. Behind your closed eyes, the rhythm of the rain continues. A steady, unwavering shh that tells you everything is exactly as it should be. The storm is singing you into the deep, and you are more than ready to follow. Chapter 10. The Final Bloom. The time has come to leave even the sounds behind. You are now at the very edge of the great sleep. In your mind's eye, imagine a single large orchid hanging directly above you. It is a deep midnight indigo, and it is just beginning to open. This is the final bloom. As the petals slowly unfurl, they release a final, concentrated wave of fragrance. A scent so pure, so calming, and so heavy with sleep that it feels like a soft, invisible curtain being drawn across your mind. With every millimeter that the orchid opens, a layer of your awareness fades away. The sound of the rain becomes a muffled hum, like a distant ocean. The warmth of the greenhouse becomes a part of your own skin, so that you can no longer tell where you end and the air begins. The moss beneath you seems to rise up, gently pulling you down into the dark, fertile soil of dreams. You are no longer a person. You are a seed, tucked away in the warm, dark earth, waiting for the long winter of the night to pass. The bioluminescent lights dim until they are nothing more than a faint, rhythmic memory. The iron ribs of the dome disappear into the blackness of the night sky. There is no more glass, no more rain, no more trees. There is only the darkness, and it is a kind, welcoming darkness. It is the darkness of the womb, the darkness of the deep forest, the darkness of a perfect, dreamless rest. You're falling now, through layers of velvet and mist, moving toward the very center of tranquility. The final bloom is complete. and so is your journey. The sanctuary is closed. The lights are out. The rest is silence. Final reflection. The echo of the mist. As you drift now in the boundless sea of sleep, carry with you the secret of the crystal greenhouse. Remember that even in the midst of the storm, there is always a place of stillness within you. You are the dome that protects your inner peace. You are the ancient tree that stands unmoved by the wind. You are the flower that finds its beauty in the dark. The rain will continue to fall, and the world will continue to turn. But you are now beyond its reach. You are anchored in the deep, warm humidity of your own serenity. When you wake, you will find yourself refreshed, as if you have been washed clean by the storm and nourished by the mist. But for now, there is only the descent. There's only the letting go. Listen to the very last echo of the silver bell. It is the sound of the greenhouse door locking for the night, keeping you safe, keeping you warm, keeping you in the deep. Sleep, sleep, sleep. The journey is over. The silence is yours. Sleep. Sleep, sleep.